here. There we go. That here. We're going to focus here. Alright. Okay. This one's fucking heavy. Nope. Fumble around with this. Fumble. There we go. Alright. So. Feels good today. Pretty good. Folks going to class. Yeah, I needed to reset my phone. I'll wait a few minutes. That's what happens when you drop your phone too much. Ooh, I left off on something. I was about to make a point. Here's a point that I was going to make. Don't cross the streams. Carl Winslow, thank you. I came up here early to work out. Try to get a workout in. Oh, there's a bunch of strawberries. Oh, that looks good. Yeah. I'm older than I look. Only a few gray hairs. So I can outbench Redline? Yeah, that's the goal. The fact that I walked in the gym pretty much establishes that, but you know. Virtue signaling? It's time for him to find another hill to die on soon. Oh, here's a. Y'all wanna know something real funny? Oh, I don't watch this shit, so I don't know. Y'all know something funny? Y'all remember some of those videos that I did, kind of detailing Steve fuckery a while back, like months ago, and then I made a weird little prediction that these videos are going to become relevant later, kind of like the Bible. But it's weird how that happened. People find them, now they're really interesting, and I make certain predictions on what's going to happen, and they came true. Pepper's Farm remembers. I think someone said even Unirock picked up on that. It's a cycle. Some of us picked up on the cycle earlier than others. That's all. And it's a cycle. There was something that I was making a point on, and I was right in the middle of it when it crapped out. So get a good rhythm going. I know him. Ricky Gervais. Yeah, I hear he's Sea Lion and Ricky Gervais, but that's not going to go anywhere. But, you know, maybe if he's lucky. Maybe. Damn, I really forgot. Yeah, Heretic just realized that I cut my hair. Very observant of you, Heretic. Very observant. Oh, no, I think I was making a point that uh, you surround yourself with people who are afraid to actually get in a disagreement with you and defend a position that's different than yours. That shows a certain level of insecurity. And I don't mean what Steve's major domo 62 IQ. I don't mean what she does when we listen to her defend like fucking secondhand smoke and then realize that she was disagreeing with him publicly and then stopped. So you have to ask yourself, well, why? Why does she feel inclined, if she really feels strongly about that, to stop the disagreement when clearly is not shy to disagreeing with other people, but when it came to Steve, a switch was flipped in a sense, and then she realized what she was doing. That's interesting. I don't watch his shit. People just tell me about it, and I get clips every so often. Yeah, because Shannon read penis, and she's like, "Oh shit, how does that work?" I was like, "Okay, you don't have to be called out of your name, but I can't tell you how many times I've been live and people in who are agreeable disagree with me." But okay, yeah, no, yeah, she showed me the picture of whatever that was. She showed it to me before she sent it to you. So, uh, if you're gonna make an omelet, you might want to finely dice the ingredients. Having large chunks of tomato and other ingredients the size of my thumb is not how one makes an omelet. I'm no chef, but that was stupid. But I can't really expect much from 62 IQ. Now, can we? So, yeah, and that's the thing. That's the biggest issue is the echo chamber. Is the echo chamber. That's what it is. And this isn't this isn't really uh, a Steve Bash session or, hey, let's point and acknowledge that Redline is probably one of the most inbred looking motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. It's not about that. This is me kind of drawing my ire toward the people, for whatever reason, who are intimidated and are afraid to say something about Steve. Because I'm like, I say whatever the hell I want. Do you think at any point in time that any of his supplicants come at me with bullshit? Do you think that actually has an impact in any meaningful way? Think about that for a second. You see what some of them have tried to do to Nate. Didn't work. But just having people sit in your periphery just to suck you off, how does that help you? My thing is, I understand people want clout. People want to grow their channels. Okay, fine. But if you are going to try to grow your channel and you are If you're trying to grow, if you're gonna grow your channel, cool, awesome, awesome. If you need to ride somebody's coattails to grow your channel, then you don't have a good channel. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you need to ride Steve's dick in order to grow your channel, you should probably quit the internet. I'm just going to be honest with you. Absolutely honest with you. I am fully aware of Steve encouraging people to not allow certain folks on their platform because it hurts his fucking feelings, even though he's not going to be on there at the same time because he's a sensitive little bitch. That's fine. Applause to the people who don't abide by that. But there's a small minority of folks who are genuinely intimidated, I guess, by that and feel the need to close ranks. They won't overtly support him, but they'll follow his fucking orders, or I should say suggestions, right? He gets to draw that line as far as who they have on their channel. So that's interesting to me. I don't expect people to weigh in and say all the stuff that I say, and you shouldn't, honestly. I do this because I enjoy it. But the interesting people who want to be taken seriously, who want to do something other than, just talk on here, I got a question for you. Now, those of us who go to some of these conventions, those are some of us who, get to talk to some of the big name folks. Yeah, all that jazz. Do you think that they abide by these rules? Do you think that they're intimidated? Do you think that they even care? I know the answer to that question. So by sucking off Steve, you have effectively cut yourself out of any larger discourse or any larger opportunities outside of this. I hate to break that to you. I hate to break that to you. Don't think that people don't notice. Don't think that we don't know names. Just because I don't name names doesn't mean that I don't know and that I won't actually point you out. Just saying. It's cool. It's cool. You want to do something, you want to make a name for yourself. But if you're not interesting enough, not knowledgeable enough, not hungry enough, not assertive enough to stand on your own 2 feet and to do something without kowtowing to an idiot, it's probably ain't for you. Again, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like anything that I say. I'm not bullshitting you, though. Again, I point to myself as an example. How has my channel suffered? How has anything that I touch suffered? In fact, the fact that I speak out probably amplifies the reach, because if you've noticed, and Steve probably hasn't noticed, that every time he makes an enemy, people come find me. Weird how that works out, isn't it? Weird how that works out. Weird how that works out. Just think about the stuff that I don't talk about. That's even fun. Even more fun. Is the dude on the weed eater over there spitting game? Oh, he's spitting game. Hell yeah. But That's, I just find it interesting because I kind of keep hearing about some of these instances. Folks don't want to say anything. So, yeah, Annabelle. Yeah. It's real interesting. People want to grow their channel and they want to offer their criticism towards the theists. And this is what kills me too. It's easy to sit and talk about how true empiricism and SJ and G-Man, Nephilim Free and Standing for Truth, and some of these other guys, they stay within their circle of friends, right? Really weird. And then people point out that they don't have really good arguments because they don't go outside. Like they don't have anyone to disabuse them of bad ideas until they're out on the, on the debate thing. But man, how is that any different from people you agree with? Why can't you call that out when it's people who would go on the same, side or the same aisle as you? I don't get that. Because I learned a long time ago that you can't ignore that. You cannot ignore that at all. You can't ignore people who you would normally agree with doing the same thing as the people who you're chastising. That's not how you become edified. That's not how you become a better thinker. That's not how you should go about things, right? I don't get that, but people aren't up to speed on that. Because I'm just speaking from experience. Like I was there. You know what? This guy's on my team, so I overlooked certain things. No, we're not doing that anymore. We are not doing that anymore. You should be able to stand on your own 2 feet, backed by your own merit, and be able to be wrong in public and behind closed doors. But man, it's just, it's interesting because folks want to do stuff. They want to get to where other folks are in life. They want to get to a higher status than where they are, but they don't want to put in the work. That's part of putting in the work. So, look, I just think the weed whack is funny, but there's a reason it stopped. There's a reason it stopped for a good 5 minutes. He was over there, way over there, talking to that chick. He went and walked back, and I'm just like. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get folks. I really don't. I'm just spitting. But you want to be taken seriously. You can't stand on your own merit. And you want other people to come in and co-sign for you, but you don't want to be in a position where people disagree with you. But then you want to get to where other folks are, where they can, talk on a stage or be in front of a crowd, teaching somebody or something. You can't jump from where you are to where you want to be, where other folks are, and skip all the hard work, because that's part of it. That's actually part of it. And that's what, it's the same thing. You're just starting off on YouTube's. You want to be taken seriously. You have a bunch of subs and viewers and all that shit, and have people call you on their shows and all that shit. but you don't want to actually have integrity. You don't want to be able to call anybody out for any bad idea. You want to toe that line. Why should people bother with you? Why? That's my thing. I know, what's his fucking face? Nick wants to be taken seriously. I'm sure that guy he hangs out with wants to be taken seriously. Other folks, who's a fucking Dave McGinnis, do you might want to be taken seriously? I don't, like, I'm just trying to do something by sucking Steve off. But I don't agree with everything Steve does. I'm sure. Absolutely sure. Can you actually say that publicly? Can you actually openly to his face say, no, I disagree with you and I'm not doing that? No, you're wrong about that. And it's not anything that's crazy, not anything that's tactless or uncouth. But I remember when folks like that who had criticisms of me, and I'm like, well, for one thing, who are you again? And two, you don't have integrity. Why should I care? That's just me personally. That's me personally. But, you know, I'm sure they'll do good. I'm sure Steve will encourage his supplicants to go and suck them off, or whatever it is that he promises people nowadays. I don't know. But it's interesting, having once been in that position, going, hold on for a second. You're essentially asking me, Steve, to sacrifice my integrity. Now, somebody like Redline has no problem doing that, because Redline does lie quite often. But those of us who aren't inclined to do shit like that, we have an issue with that. But maybe it just works on people who are mentally damaged. And I'm starting to think that's what it is. I'm starting to think that people who have some serious psychological issues are more prone to being under the guise of whatever this is. Maybe it goes just past simple personality defects, and it goes into just some actual mental illness. Maybe I should be more sympathetic. I don't know. Maybe I need to be more caring. Don't know. Food for thought. Listen, we're talking about the pitfalls of menial work. Oh my God, Holy, your spelling is killing me. You have no friends in real life? Well, when you say shit like, I have no friends in real life because all of them have betrayed me, kind of sets off a red flag, doesn't it? If, hypothetically, if somebody told you some shit like that, all their friends in their real life betrayed them, and specifically use that word, that would set off a red flag or two. Yeah. You an escape room? No, I have PTSD. No escape room for me. Not because I'm pretty sure that's the thing people did with escaping. Putting me in a confined area where people are chasing me gets people hurt. No. I was talking to somebody on Discord. It might have been Scientist Sam, where I was walking in my neighborhood and a lady came up, but she was saying, on your right, if you've been, runner or doing any running in formations and stuff like that, or you know what on your right means. I didn't hear that. I heard someone's voice and it was close to me and I couldn't see them, and I reacted in a defensive stance, we'll say that. And she came this close to get hit. So I had to take a breath. I don't know what escape room is then. If it's not people chasing me. Solve puzzles in a room to escape? Oh, okay, yeah, I could probably do that, yeah. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Yeah. Yeah, she almost got hit. Don't do that. Don't do that, folks. If you know anybody who has a disorder, do not do that. Don't be in their blind spot saying shit close to them. Don't do it. the time room where you go solve puzzles, get out, don't make it out, they let you out. Oh, okay. That seems interesting. That seems interesting. I'm up for new things. Just not new things that get people hurt. I don't know. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, I watched the Down the Rabbit Hole this morning of Temple OS, and thank you for that. That was interesting. Thank you. But anyway, that's all I had to say. That was Temple OS was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah, I think Tadit gave that to me. That was interesting. I like Down the Rabbit Hole. I like that it's. I don't want to use the word objective because it is so overused. It's presented in a way that you don't get a feeling of was Eric Nunson, I think his name is, whoever the maker is or creator. You don't get his feelings. He's just presenting information. That's it. What was somebody saying? Gamble all. Oh, no penny candies. Yep, so we had a good chat in Discord the other day. We're not really giving out any Discord invites to folks because we're keeping that fairly insular for now. Keeping that fairly insular. Way too many randos. My liking, and the main purpose of my Discord was for people who participate in Google+. So that's really what it was about. As like a refuge, so not anything personal. Not anything personal. So we'll try to get a workout in. I might hop in Discord though.